Alright guys, in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to replace the paddle shifter alone to the black module that comes with the 370Zs. To my knowledge, a lot of them came with the paddle shifters before 2014, I think, and after that Nissan just decided not to give us paddle shifters. So this is just to replace the paddle shifter alone, just the actual paddle shifter to the black module. Keep in mind you do have to buy the OEM one, which is this one, and then the replacement that you want. So in my case it's carbon fiber. The tools you'll need is like a pick, something small enough for the hole with the point, just so you can kind of break loose and have that stability, and then a hexagon with a 1/8 width, and then finally just like a little nail, like a little tap nail with a fatter head pause. Just like so that way you can push it into the hole a little bit deeper. It's a simple concept really. What you do is there's like a little bolt that goes through the paddle that holds the paddle and the spring mechanism. And what I use is the metal pick. You want to have some form of leverage so that way you can work, because again it's going to be really difficult for you to take out any of it laying down or with the piece flat or anything like that. So have some form of leverage, and it'll make your life a lot easier. So right here I'm just kind of hammering in. Keep in mind when you're doing this, you guys want to make sure you have stability in the piece. As you can see there, that little metal tip, it came out. Obviously it's supposed to be flush with both sides or both ends of it. Then you can go in with the screwdriver with the hexagon shape that's about the same thickness, slightly thicker than the actual bolt, and continue hammering through it until it comes out the other side. You will feel it. So what I was about to say is when you hammer it, you want to hammer with some form of stability and not just hard and with no care. But as long as you're hammering like with a decent strength, enough for you to pull it out and everything like that, you should be fine. It's gonna feel like it's not gonna want to come out. Just kind of nudge on it, pulling it a little, and it'll pop right out. So as you can see, I have the screwdriver through the hole entirely. Pull the screwdriver out, and the spring mechanism will kind of pop the paddle out, which means it's out, obviously. Just pull it out lightly, and then for a second, there's going to be a small square kind of ridge indent into the piece. That is going to go towards the holes of the actual paddle. So not on the outside towards the paddle, but inside where the bolt pattern is. So right there, it may feel like it's not fitting or it's not going through depending on whatever aftermarket paddle you got. It is going to fit though. Keep in mind you have to do it right, because that is the pattern that is going to flip the little coppers to touch together to make it work. So right there you can see that it's still going in, it's still working. You kind of want to just make sure that the holes are aligned. So again, what I usually did on the first one, this is the second time I do it obviously because there's two, I kind of put the little bolt in back again into the OEM black module, just enough for the other piece to go in. Keep in mind you're gonna have to have some form of stability. Don't smash your fingers, obviously. I do blue collar work, which requires a hammer, so I have a little bit more accuracy on this kind of stuff, but I mean still, you just want to be careful. So as you can see right there, it passed through the little hole just too much. What you can do is with the hexagon screwdriver, go in the other way and push it out. So as you can see, I hammered it just a little bit, just enough, and it's flush now with the piece, but it's still in. So even if I try to pull it, it's not going to come out because it's already inside of the piece. Then you grab your piece already with the plastic and you push it in. So remember, there is a little spring mechanism. You have to remember that you're going to have to push it in and hold it just a little bit, just enough where you think the holes are aligned, and then hammer it in. It'll kind of probably push along itself and kind of fix itself into the ridges, but once it's enough, just enough, you'll notice that the piece doesn't pop out anymore. You can see right there that it's not popped out. It's flush with the actual black trim. So from there, I just spray a little bit of WD-40, clean it off a little bit because you don't want to mess up anything else, or get anything else a little bit grimy. But it's just to help you kind of push in the piece. It's not necessary, but I recommend it. The contact may be a little bit rough considering it's an aftermarket piece, and then just continue hammering it along. This part is where you can use a little black fat head that I had mentioned before, just that way you can hit the actual metal little trim instead of actually hitting the plastic and damaging it, or possibly even worse, breaking it. But like I said, as long as you're careful, as long as you're not doing this rushed or anything like that, you should be fine. A little side note though, as this continues to hammer out, mine, when I installed them, didn't work. On the black side, where it isn't the paddle shifter, if you open it up, there's a little screw there. You can open it up, and there should be like the little copper prongs. Do not do this unless you for sure know that after resetting your ECU when everything doesn't work. If it doesn't work, those tongs have to be poking out more. Like, it has to be a curvature almost similar to a U, so that way they touch. I don't know if that makes any sense. You'll understand what I'm talking about if you have the issue. Just make sure that they're poked out more and not flat, because mine were flat when I bought them off of eBay, and it completely just did not want to work. My homie came over, we did everything, and then we just decided to test what happened if we bent the copper prongs a little more, because he does have a paddle shifters on his Z, and it worked perfectly fine. So as you can see, it's all done, and you guys are good.